VMX stands for Vintage Motocross, and there's also Vinduro, which we'll be participating in, or this bike is built for, which is short for Vintage Enduro. So that's for all bikes pre-1985. Yeah, old blokes on old bikes. This time I'll be using my 1975 Husqvarna 175cc two-stroke. It's a handy little bike for tight tracks. On bigger tracks I'll use my Yamaha 600, but that's broken at the moment, so I've got to use this one. The key things to check before you, and there's a lot of things you need to check before you go out and race or ride. Tyre pressures and tyre condition, always important. Just checking over all your bolts. On an old bike things tend to rattle loose, so you don't want things falling off, so you can make sure all your bolts are tight, all your oil levels. So we check our gearbox all over here, make sure we've got enough fluid in here to keep everything lubricated. Your fuel, generally each race we drain the fuel tank after each race. So when we start a race we've got fresh fuel in it, and we've got the right, for a two-stroke you need the right oil mixture. Spark plug, make sure your spark plug's clean. All your controls are lubricated and working right. Lubricated the chain with a spray lubricant, just make it sure it's all nice and running free. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I've been racing for probably 10 years now in vintage. Quietly confident. If the bike holds together and I hold together, everything should be fine, but you never know what's going to happen. So something silly could break, or you could bend a lever or something and put you out. Last race I got a rock in my back wheel and that was it. So.
I've got 27 bikes on my ride, road, off-road. On off-road I ride XR 200, IT, 250, the Darkers, 101.5. trial surfer. Your interest is just telling you run. I was working it out the other day. I started in 1970. About 40 years. Oh, just under. Oh, that's 40.
Sometimes you have problems, like a gear lever bolt. So, yeah, that's there, that's it, got the right size. It all came a little bit loose. No, it went really well. I think I managed to get around with no one passing me and passing plenty of people myself, so yeah, I was pretty happy with that. Well, obviously I lost the bolt out of my gear shifter, which luckily I felt. The gear shift was feeling a bit odd, so I stopped and had a look and found that it was half hanging off, so if I had lost that I would have been right out of the game, but managed to get home and get a new bolt in it. So, like I said in the workshop, you've got to check every nut and bolt, but unfortunately this one came out. It's funny, you don't get to know names, you get to know riding gear and particular bikes, and quite often you'll come in after a lap and you'll be joking and laughing with someone, and yeah, and then you go away and you still don't know who they are. It's just, oh yeah, that guy on the IT or the guy on the SWM. So, but yeah, you get to know a fair few people in vintage enduro. It's a fairly small group of people, and yeah, generally all blokes are the same, like-minded people, I suppose you'd call them, and just like old bikes and having fun.
That's embarrassing.
$20, I'll delete it.
22. She just wanna get it on with you. Too much conversation, only bring it down.